Good afternoon, Northwoods. I'm Dan Hagan. Today on Up North at 4, we have severe weather coming to northern Wisconsin. Meteorologist Tyler Moore will join us live from Marathon County. Plus, Jeff and I will look back 1 year ago to when storms ravaged Langlade County. And we'll hear about an upcoming benefit for the Never Forgotten Honor Flight. We'll get to all of that in a bit, but first, here's your top 4 at 4. The 55th Manitou Art League Annual Art Show, for the first time, is going virtual. Not that they had that option back in the 1960s. Anyway, it's kicking off this Thursday, so you'll need to go to the website ManitouArtShow.com. There will be news paintings, sculptures, and so much more. Well, Wausau schools are considering a unique graduation ceremony this year. Superintendent Keith Hiltz talked about using Granite Peak's ski lifts in Wausau, saying graduating students could ride the lifts with 4 or 5 family members. This still has to get passed by the school board, mind you, but students would be able to opt out of the ceremony if they so choose. There will be another round of free testing in James Williams Middle School in Rhinelander today. It's going on right now, actually. The National Guard is assisting with those tests. It's a drive-through method, if you're not familiar, so they'll ask you some personal information and then administer a nasal swab test. It will be open until 7 p.m. this evening, though I hear tests are going fast, and it's only for people who live and work in Wisconsin. The worst holiday ever is tomorrow. It's tax day. A tax expert told me today, don't worry about that $1,200 stimulus. That shouldn't be touched anywhere. But Matt Whalen of Northland CPAs said the tax code hasn't really changed, so filling out those taxes this year should be pretty standard. I will have more from Mr. Whalen tonight at 6. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. Jeff, starting to look scary out there.
Yeah, hey Dan, once again we are tracking the potential for some severe weather tonight. So here we are out there now, big picture wise. Round 1 came through this morning with heavy rain. Round 2 is just to the west of us right now. In between the two is some sunshine. That's not necessarily a good thing because that helps to destabilize the atmosphere and could actually enhance how severe the storms are to the west of us right now. So here's the radar picture. Round 1 came through earlier. You can see here pushing off into parts of Michigan. That dropped a very heavy rainfall across parts of Marathon County, over into Lincoln County as well. Then we're getting a break, and now just to the west of us currently, that's the main event right there. Moving to the northeast about 30 miles per hour. So all of us will see rain tonight. Some of us will likely see some severe weather with some damaging wind gusts and some hail in there as well. All right, closer in, you can see where it is right now across parts of far Price County, over into Rusk County too, also into Taylor County. So this is moving northeast about 30 miles per hour. We're all going to get wet tonight. Now, will this go severe? Nothing is severe yet, but you can see on the radar picture, I put lightning data on here as well. That's indicative of updrafts in the storm. That's an intensifying storm. These are getting stronger, not weaker, as they work into the Northwoods. This morning, though, it dropped really heavy rainfall across really anywhere north of Highway 10. Parts of Marathon County back over into Lincoln County saw almost 3 inches of rainfall this morning. So in general, here's the area we're watching for the potential for severe weather this evening, generally between now and say 9 p.m. this evening as that system works through. The primary threats are going to be hail and wind, although the hail threat's coming down a bit right now, but wind and heavy rain potential tonight is up there, especially if you get rain this morning followed by a break followed by rain this evening. Flooding is definitely a concern. So here's Futurecast out there right now. So this is the main event. So here at 7:30 tonight, a line across the Northwoods moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. Then that gets out of here by tomorrow morning, and then it looks good for tomorrow. Lots of sunshine with temperatures back up in the upper 70s. Your full forecast at 5 o'clock.
My 5 minutes of peace. I wonder what goes into this mug.
Well, Marissa, I'm glad you asked.
It starts with the world's finest beans brought fresh from the source.
The beans are roasted in-house, provide fresh roasted flavor.
You can win your own Eagle River Roasters mug.
And a bag of the freshest Northwoods coffee.
At WJFW.com.
Back to you, Marissa.
Hi, I'm Chris Core from Langlade Ford. When I want the forecast for Antigo, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Millions are going to know your name.
Got Talent, tonight on NBC.
You have to attack it like it's the last moment you get.
Every duel will be amazing.
That's great!
And every judge will be out of their seat. World of Dance, tonight on NBC.
Join me, Chef Joe, at Rondelay Ranch for Ranch to Fork, Thursdays on Newswatch 12 Today and Up North at 4. Sponsored by Triggs and Cellar 70. Also brought to you by Greeby Chef Center.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Jeff, we have some severe weather possibly coming our way today.
Yeah, it's been brewing all day today. Around 1 came through this morning. Around 2 is just to the west of us now. Likely to come through in the next 2 to 3 hours with some severe weather, yes.
Okay, so meteorologist Tyler Moore joins us live from Marathon County. Let's see if we can get him up here. Hey, Tyler, what are you seeing out there?
Hey guys, yeah, it's just been sunny for about the past 2-3 hours after that morning rainfall. So we saw lots of rainfall move through a lot of areas, picking up several inches across parts of Marathon County. One of the big winners, Medford, over 3 inches of rainfall. Where I'm standing right now outside Athens, about 2.5 inches of rainfall. So a good soaking. You can actually see behind me some of that standing water that we still have left over from the morning's rain, and we do have more on the way. So one of the bigger threats as we enter the afternoon hours and with this next line of storms is the potential for some more flooding, also some damaged gusty winds. I can see now looking off to the horizon, the next line of storms starting to approach. So we're going to track those throughout the evening hours. I'll have more updates throughout the rest of the evening.
Yeah, and Tyler, driving down that way, you went through the area near Merrill. What did you see as you went through town?
Yeah, there was lots of ponding of water on the sides of the roads, on the roads, especially in a lot of the gullies. Definitely a gully wash of rainfall earlier, mainly towards southern Lincoln, northern Marathon counties, where you saw a lot of that standing water. And it is still in a lot of the fields right now, so the ground levels are saturated right now.
So I have a question here. So Jeff, you might be able to help me out with this. How much rain are we expecting tonight, and could we potentially see the flood damage? I mean, there's already some flooding behind you, Tyler. Could that get to some pretty dangerous levels?
So Tyler,
yeah, absolutely, we could see some more flooding. Yeah, we could see about another inch or two, I think. Jeff, it's up to your expertise there looking at the radar, but I could see another 1 to 2 inches, maybe some isolated pockets of more on top of the couple inches we already picked up. So definitely there will be that flooding threat.
And we've been watching this threat for several days, Tyler, as you know. What we feared today would be a break between the two lines where we saw some sunshine, because that destabilizes the atmosphere. How much sunshine have you seen between the two bands today?
Yeah, we've seen a good amount of sunshine, probably for about the last 2-3 hours. So when I first got here, temperatures were in the middle 60s. It was still rain-cooled air. Probably within the last hour or two, we've jumped well into the 70s. You can feel that humidity. The sky kind of has that look to it like we're going to see more storms. So definitely, we've given that atmosphere some time to destabilize, and that's why you could see some stronger storms over the next couple of hours.
I know it's hard to prognosticate, but you did say a slight chance for a tornado, not to bring up that word, but I mean, we were looking at the sky out there. Do you see any funnels? Do you think there could be a storm touching down, a tornado touching down near Athens?
Yeah, not right now, not any of that in the forecast for right now. Over the next hour or two, we'll have to monitor those. Some of the conditions are there that we could see some minor rotation in the clouds, but obviously we'll track any of that and give you any updates on some potential for some tornadic storms. But right now it does look like flooding and wind damage are going to be the main concerns.
All right, well, Tyler is going to join us again at 5 and 6 this evening with potentially some eyewitness accounts of what's going on outside. Tyler, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you doing your work for us today.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks so much, Tyler. We're going to take a break from weather for just a few minutes. We'll get back to it later in the show, I swear. But after the break, we will learn more about a never-forgotten honor flight benefit right here in the Northwoods. That's next.
Maybe your bath is outdated, or it's difficult to clean, or it's just not as safe as it should be. Bella Friday here, and I am joined by Brian Gottlieb from Jacuzzi Bath Remodel. Brian, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Bella.
So Brian, two of the most common questions that we get are, what are the design options and are they affordable?
What are the design options? It really have endless designs that Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has brought to the market, right? All with great colors and textures and hardware, where we actually come to your home and we bring all these things with us so you can design the bath of your dreams in the comfort of your own home. They'll even bring an iPad with them, so they design the bath on an iPad as you're picking out choices so you can really see what your bath or shower will look like.
And how does Jacuzzi Bath Remodel make that affordable?
Yeah, so on that very same iPad that we did the design work, they can do a very simple credit application and get an instant credit decision.
So not going to the bank?
No, none of that. It's a simple signature loan.
And what are some of the different terms for that?
Sure, well, we have a couple of different programs. We have a 12-month same as cash program if you want to not pay anything for a year. But we also have programs where the entire payment is about 1% of the overall project.
Okay, so just doing some quick math, if someone were to update their bathroom for $7,000, that's only $70 a month?
Yeah, it's really affordable. Imagine that having a beautiful bath installed in your home for $70 a month. You don't have to deal with a dangerous bath or a bath that's dirty anymore. You can truly have the bath of your dreams.
And I happen to know that Jacuzzi Bath Remodel brought some great savings. Take a look.
Now more than ever, it's important to have a safe and functional shower, and Team Tundraland is here to help. In addition to special pricing that we've put together, we will waive all installation costs on any new bath or shower project, and we will postpone all of your payments for 2 full years. Together, as a community, we'll get through this. Please know that Tundraland is here to help you. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or visit tundraland.com today.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. I feel like most of us know about the Never Forgotten Honor Flight at this point. In short, Jeff, it funds veterans to take a one-day trip to our nation's capital.
And it is a big deal, and we're talking about it again today.
That we are. Every year, there's a Northwoods benefit for the Honor Flight right here, and that hasn't changed this year. Event organizer Dawn Panzer joins us now. Dawn, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Thanks
for having me.
Are you staying safe from the storms? Anything going on up there before we get into it?
No, everything's great.
Okay.
I mean, actually, it's really calm out there.
That's good to hear. Well, I hope you have some good weather for your benefit later. It's a large motorcycle ride, among other things. So just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we have a ride that's going to be going out in the morning of July 25th at 10 o'clock in the morning. It will leave. And it'll go on for about a 2.5 to a 3-hour ride. Then they'll come back, and then we'll have food supplied by R&L Smoke This, and we're going to have pulled pork, smoked baked beans, potato salad, smoked chicken, all for $10 a plate. And we're going to offer this year, we're doing carry out, and for the ones that feel uncomfortable with the pandemic, and so everything will be, as safe as what we can make it.
Yeah, so for now, the Honor Flight itself has been canceled, but your program is still very much alive. So this is one of those fundraisers that helps to support that, correct?
That's correct. They canceled all flights for this year, but hopefully maybe they can double up next year, and so the funds need to still come in. So we're hoping, we're not going to do as well as last year because we've had to scale it way down because of the pandemic. We're going to have tables outside. We're going to try to do the social distancing. We will have the wipes, the sanitizers, and people, if they want to wear masks, please all do wear masks. I think it'll be good.
And Dawn, I understand there's been prizes in previous years. Are there going to be prizes again this year?
Yes, we have the quilt raffle, which we have every year. And then we have the outdoor package, which is the grill and the $400 cedar picnic table and a hand-painted cooler. And the raffle tickets are $20 a ticket. And we are going to have some paddle wheel raffles there. not to any extent that we had in the previous years, of course, but we will have some fun.
And Dawn, lots of tourists are in town right now who may not know what the Honor Flight is. Can you tell everybody at home what this means for vets to go on this flight?
For this flight for the vets is an amazing thing that they need to see. This program allows us to send a vet to Washington, D.C. It costs $500 per person to go to D.C. for the day. So with these funds, we are allowed to, be able to help the program. Last year, we were able to send 32 vets from the money we raised from this program.
Wow. That $500 number really sticks with me, Dawn. $500 for a vet to take a one-day trip to D.C. My grandfather actually went on this trip a couple years ago. I know it meant the world to him. So this is really cool. Thanks so much, Dawn, for what you're doing.
Oh, thank you very much. It's gotten to be a passion with me. I truly believe we offer the vets everything. They protect us. They keep us safe. So whatever we can do to help, that's all it basically is. It's like we need to do this.
Well, Dawn, thank you again. Again, that's July 25th. Did I get that date right?
Yes.
Okay.
But can I add one more?
Of course.
Thing? Okay. We added this year a poker run, which is August 1st for the ATV UTV all personal vehicle poker run, and you can get your tickets from Cozy Corner or Pine Harbor. Now everything takes place at Cozy Corner in Pine Lake, so that's where the benefit and the poker run will take place.
Okay, Dawn, and then one last thing. We got a lot of information today, and I'm not going to remember everything. Where can people go to make sure they have all their facts straight and can prepare for this event later this month?
Okay, they can contact me on Facebook for one. They can see anybody from Pine Harbor or from Cozy Corner. That's where I work, so I'll be there. I'm there 4 days a week. So, and then we have flyers around town. So, yeah, through social media would be the best. Messenger, whatever. I will always answer.
Okay, we'll send a Facebook friend request to Dawn Panzer, and she'll help you out. Dawn, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, well, we'll be heading back to some storm coverage after the break. Jeff and I will talk about the July 2019 storm and how that compares to the storm we're seeing today. That's right after the break.
Hey, where'd you get your pontoon? I got mine at American Marine.
Me too.
You?
Of course. Doesn't everybody?
Pick from hundreds of boats and pontoons in stock at the largest showroom in the USA. Then increase your power with a Honda motor on your new dream boat. We'll beat any boat price by $500. The best deal on new boats, pontoons, and Honda motors at American Marine and Motorsports. Shawano.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Pursue your passion for helping others with an education in healthcare from Nicolet College. With more than a dozen options available in key healthcare areas, you'll find a program that's right for you. Nicolet offers the latest in interactive technology, hands-on training, and online flexibility to fit your schedule. You'll benefit from low tuition costs and financial assistance. Start making a difference with a career in healthcare. Register now at nicoletcollege.edu.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Jeff, these July storms are nothing new. Well, I was weekend reporter last year around this time. Actually, on July 19th of 2019, there were these crazy storms in Langland County, as
two-day event, right?
I'm sure you're well aware of. Well, I was actually weekend reporter at the time, and I did a short story on that, so let's take a look at that. Parts of Langlade County are in pieces after Friday night's storm. 5 trees fell on Dee Powell's house in Pickerel.
Back here.
His garage caved in, and his truck was smashed. Trees that have stood on his family's land for a century split like a toothpick in winds close to 100 miles an hour.
I work all over the United States, and I've never seen nothing like this.
Down Highway 55 in Lilly, the scene is eerily similar.
We ran to the basement. You could hear everything breaking. You could hear everything smashing. And we didn't realize how much damage it had caused until we had seen in between the lightning flashes.
Brittany Hauser woke up to dozens of trees on her driveway.
Couldn't even see the lane. You couldn't see any of that. It was just covered in trees.
Hauser used to have a field of tall pines all around her house. Now, only the splintered ends remain. Luckily, no trees fell in the house with Hauser, her husband, and 2 boys inside. 25 miles to the northwest, a tree fell right on top of a mobile home on Pelican Lake. The family left just hours before the storm hit.
When we pulled into the property, my mom and I both said, "Oh my God."
Brittany Hill and her family saw a totaled trailer and more trees fallen than standing in their yard.
Uprooted it right out of the ground and flipped it up.
Their dock was also impacted by the storm.
We think the wind must have just taken it and flipped it right over on top.
The Hills were going to build a permanent home on their land soon anyway.
Obviously, this year's kind of done for us up on the lake, but we always have next year and the years after, so we're just looking forward to moving forward.
For locals like Powell and the Hausers, they will need to ride out the aftermath of the storm and wait for power to return. In the Northwoods, Dan Hagan, Newswatch 12. So crazy footage right there. Jeff, tell me what you remember from those days.
You know, it was a 2-day duratio event, which are typical windstorms later in the summer. And I remember sending reporters out and coming back with footage like that, and getting it and seeing it and being like, wow, that was crazy, right? The damage, 150 square miles of forest blown over across north central Wisconsin. And I remember at the time, you know, being on air during the event, tracking the storms, we were measuring, you know, wind gusts just above the Earth's surface at 90 miles per hour via radar, which tends to downplay the winds, right? So we knew if we got that wind just down a couple hundred feet closer to the Earth's surface, we'd have devastation. And sure enough, what did we have? We had a lot of wind devastation last year.
And we had a couple tornadoes touch down. I don't know if it was in that area.
There were. This was mostly a straight line wind event. Okay. So it's collapsing thunderstorms that push out a gust front of wind out in front of them, 60, 70, 80 miles per hour, and does the damage you saw there. It literally knocks trees over, you know, mid-trunk, right? Just cuts them in half, right? Blows them over. And it looks like a tornado, but it doesn't have the circulation of a tornado.
Okay, but still a lot of damage done.
A lot of damage done. Even probably more than a tornado, because tornadoes are very defined, a defined space, right? This was literally over 150 square miles. Right, and it's just hard to comprehend how big of a surface area that is.
That's really interesting. So, what did you describe it as? It's a straight line?
It was a derecho. So
okay.
They're typical in the late summer months. You know, they form usually up in Minnesota. They get a big cool push of air behind them. Cool air is dense air. It pushes the storm front out in front of it, and it brings that wind down to the surface, right? And they happen periodically around here. And that happened over 2 days, you know, one evening, one morning. The one the next morning was the worst of the two in terms of damage. But wow, it was a couple days to remember for sure, covering weather in Wisconsin.
Well, we don't want to scare anyone today. This just happens to be the same day as another storm event. It's not going to be as bad.
No, although we do have our first warning right now in Clark County for winds. There's the radar right now. Winds 60 miles per hour entering Clark County, just to the west there of Tyler in Marathon County. So we'll keep an eye on this going forward through the evening for you.
Okay, well, we will talk more about that right after the break. And of course, we'll have our full weather at 5, but we'll get a little taste right after this.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Kitchen Bath Mart.
Update your bathroom and get 11% off everything right now at Menards. The Astute VorMax tall elongated toilet from American Standard delivers a powerful jet of water to scrub the bowl clean. Just $230.51 after 11% off. This Magic Woods Element Stratton Vanity offers an on-trend gray finish paired with a stylish door and drawer profile, making it ideal for any decor. Only $231.39 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It was in February. I was playing pond hockey and literally had to be helped up. I was in constant pain after that. So I came to Dr. Drager and they started me on the laser treatment. I realized as I've gone through this, every day I was feeling better, and I am so happy with coming to see Dr. Drager.
Contact Drager Chiropractic in Eagle River to see if high-intensity laser treatment is right for you. Call 715-479-5995.
Welcome to Bell Tower Residence.
Bell Tower offers so much for all of us. It's wonderful having a chapel on site. We love our activities. We have exercise, we quilt, go on outings, play bingo. The staff is kind and supportive, always willing to help. The food is good, and we have a hair salon. We feel safe and secure here. Bell Tower is home.
Bell Tower Residence, 1500 O'Day Street in Merrill.
This is Dave. He donates blood regularly. This is Mason. He was diagnosed with cancer at age 3 and received weekly transfusions. Mason is one of the many lives Dave has helped save. Jennifer started donating last week. Jeff just found out he'll need surgery next week. Neither Jeff nor Jennifer know it, but her blood will help Jeff get through his surgery.
This is Lauren. She'll need a blood transfusion in 2 weeks. Will your donation save her life?
Donate today. You'll save lives tomorrow.
Schedule your donation for the Hodag Mash Blood Drive.
This isn't a small business opening. It's a reopening. Take 2. And just in time. Because right now, people need coffee that tastes like coffee. And hair that doesn't look like that. And someone who knows where those numbers actually go. They need you, turning your community and the country around. One appointment, one customer, one thank you at a time. And to help you with that reopening, we're giving 1 free month of service when you switch to Spectrum Business. We're here for you because you're here for all of us.
Jeff, I don't know much about meteorology, but we have some red bands coming at us right now. That can't be good.
Yep, that is heavy precipitation and wind. We have our first severe thunderstorm warning for Clark County, which is just to the west, of course, of Marathon, kind of moving east at 40 miles per hour. Behind that, back in Eau Claire County, there is now a tornado warning. That's the environment we're in right now, folks. This is serious for the next couple hours as the system works through. It's a radar-indicated tornado. No ground reports right now, but if you're outside this evening or golfing or on the water, keep one eye on the weather, one eye on our forecast, because we'll keep you apprised of this all evening long.
Yeah, definitely stay safe out there, especially if you're in the lower part of our viewing area right now. But we'll have more weather tonight on Newswatch 12 at 5 and 6. We'll see you then.